So the first step to setting up a blog is coming up with a domain name. Now, we are going to purchase a domain name and hosting for our website through a service called Bluehost. To show you the URL to get there, this is the web address that will take you directly to the Bluehost page that I'm suggesting you go to. So it's just bit.ly, so bit.ly/Bluehost Udemy. So we'll go ahead and paste that URL into our browser, and it'll take us right to Bluehost. Now, when thinking about a domain to choose, this is going to be the address that people are going to type in to get to your website. So you're really going to want to think about what to choose as far as your domain name goes. And this is tricky because there are a lot of them that are taken, and it's difficult to change your domain name later. So you may want to take some time to think about, your domain name and come back to choosing this later. Ask some people what they think and all of that when it comes to, choosing your domain name. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Wordpress Hosting right here in the Products tab. Now, they have optimized WordPress hosting starting at $12.49 per month. That's a really good fee for monthly hosting WordPress and having it be optimized for WordPress. There are a lot of different hosting platforms that you can get. Some of them are not going to be optimized for what's needed for WordPress, and some of them will be. Some of them are overpriced, and you don't necessarily need some of these bigger packages like an enterprise package or a business package. If you're just starting out with your blog or your website, you're going to be totally fine with this $12.49 per month package, which includes more than enough storage, backup, and everything that you need right here. Now, if you are going to be selling or doing anything more advanced, you will need a more advanced package, but you can always upgrade to that package. So I suggest just starting out with the $12.49 per month package. So we're going to select that. So it's going to ask if you have a new domain name that you want to purchase or if you already have a domain name. Say you bought a domain name earlier at GoDaddy or one of the other domain websites out there. You can put the domain name in here, and Bluehost will walk you through the process of setting up your hosting account for WordPress with that domain name. Now, we're going to search for a new domain name. So I'm going to title this domain starting a WordPress blog.com. And click on Next. Now, this is probably going to be taken, so let's see exactly what results we get. So you can see that this is not available for registration, but it gives us some alternatives as to domain names we can choose. Now, I'm always for starting out with a .com if you can, but if a .com is not available, you can always go with something else. So here's a .com, starting a WordPress blog site.com. And so if maybe that's something that I would be okay with, I could select that one and go from there. So let's go ahead and select that option. Now, if that option wasn't good for you, you can always go back and search for a new domain name. So now we're going to want to enter in our account information. So we'll go ahead and enter that information into the boxes. And then down below where our package information is, this is the package that we chose. That's our hosting price. We have a setup fee of free. Our domain name registration is included. You can choose domain privacy protection if you want your name, address, and phone number to be blocked. Your contact information that you just entered above is going to be publicly available unless you choose the domain privacy protection. If you don't choose domain privacy protection, it's public knowledge. Anybody can type in your domain name into a Whois search and find that information. So for the small fee, if you want to hide that information, it's worth it. For me, it's not that big of a deal because I used a post office box, so I don't typically choose that option because I'm not using my home address. But if you're using your home address as your billing address, then you may want to choose that domain privacy option. Site Backup Pro is a good option because WordPress is a database-driven type of platform, which means that all of the data and information that you enter into your website is going to be stored in a database at Bluehost. So if anything is to happen to that, having a good backup solution in place is pretty important. So you can choose that option if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and remove these options for me. Search Engine Jumpstart is an option that has Bluehost submit your website to the search engines right from the beginning. These days, it's not extremely important because the search engines like Google and Bing are pretty quick to crawl new websites. But for a small fee, it's not a bad idea. Google Apps for Work is a way for you to get email, Google class email, set up automatically with your domain name. So Bluehost comes with a standard email. It's not the best. It doesn't have great spam protection, and it doesn't come with really neat features like Google Docs, Google Drive, and all of that stuff. So if you like the Gmail platform and you want to be able to use that with your domain name, so your email address could be jared@startingawordpressblogsite.com, but using the Gmail platform, excuse me, that you're accustomed to liking, maybe because you've used Gmail before, you can choose this option and they'll automatically sign you up for that. Then the next process is entering in your credit card information. I'm going to go ahead and enter in this information, and we'll see you in the next video.